Quick audio test. Let's just see how things are sounding. Quick audio test. Let's just see how things are sounding. One more time. Another sound check. One more time. Another sound check. Stream will be going live in just minutes. Gotta make sure everything is sounding perfectly clear. Things seem to be as quiet as possible. First. How is the audio sounding to anyone in chat? How is the audio sounding to anyone in chat? Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear the game? Any sort of information would be awesome. Sounds good. All right. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear the game? Any sort of information would be awesome. Sounds good. All right. You guys hear me? You guys hear the game? Any sort of information would be awesome. That is fantastic, but we are getting feedback from my stream audio, so I'm just going to put that down for a quick bit. Let me see if I'm actually dropping frames anymore. A little bit. Is there any stream issues, any dropped frames, anytime the stream seems to be chugging? Please let me know. I'll see what I can do to fix that. It's kind of sad. I'm so confident that my internet can support streaming way better quality than I can give you guys. Just quickly make the chat pop out. Put you over here and put you down there. All right, everyone, welcome to Get Great. Yet another day, another fantastic day to play Skullgirls. I hope everyone has been practicing. I hope everyone is feeling good today, had a nice week, and is well rested. I, in fact, am not. I am actually really tired. And But that's alright. Skullgirls cheers anyone up. So, this week we got a kind of a low attendance, but that's perfectly fine. Things like this happen. Got only about 3 matchups, so we'll be done pretty quickly. Beginner bracket, once again, only 1 matchup. Me versus Beverly Hillbilly. Perfect. Hello there, Madman. Welcome to chat. Just gonna take a quick look. Alright. So, let's get started. Hillbilly, let's join this game. Now, I'd like to point out, since it's the beginning of the stream, that because of our low attendance, there might not be as fair of matchups as we usually have, but that's okay. It'll be still try to play the best of your ability. We'll see what we can to give you advice. If you have any problems escaping pressure, we'll let you know. We'll give you any tips, try to give you resources, anything of the sort. Just give me a couple more moments. Hillbilly, if you have the chance, just right-click my name in our chat group and click Join Game. Okay. Let's get this minimized. Welcome, Nam. I would need a fill-in, but today's stream seems to be pretty simple and straightforward. Next week for sure, though. I'll ask you if you need anybody. I will be solo commentating for today, in case anyone is wondering. Alright. Let's just get our friends right on in. Fight to game. Alright. Now, Hillbilly, if you're concerned at all, don't worry, I will be playing an off character. I want to see your ability to play on my defenses. Your goal today is to break through anything I can block. I will try to punish you, but not with much. I also just actually don't know how to play the character I'm going to play. So, let's see how this works out. Nice ping. Alright. That's true, Death Clock. Thank you for at least considering that. When people do no-shows, it is a problem. But always remember, you can do a no-show. Just don't do a no-show, don't tell. All you have to do is just sign up, and if you can't make it, just let us know right before the stream, and I'll try to compromise in any way possible. Alright, so Hillbilly, you're going to be playing the first match against me. We'll see how that works out. And then, we'll see where we go from there. We have a couple of volunteers, actually, that are willing to play with Hillbilly, so that's pretty fantastic. In chat, if there are any beginners that want to play, let us know, because this is basically an open lobby for Hillbilly. Nice! Good cross-up. Okay. I believe you could have been able to follow up from that, so maybe work on making sure that you can carry on that link. Okay. Alright. Good job. Good grab. You notice that I was blocking and push blocking. Alright. Reversal grab should not be a thing. You might want to consider using a meaty to like cover my wake up, so I'm forced to block as soon as I get up. Because remember that even grabs have startup frames. So you can actually punish me if you're doing an attack while I try to grab you. Good links. Nice stuff. I can definitely see huge improvement from last week. Alright. Doing a lot of jumping. One of the worst things in fighting games is you want to remember that you can't ever let the player catch on to what you're doing a lot of. Like, I noticed that you're trying to jump a lot. So if I was paying attention and I actually knew how to play Eliza, I'd be able to catch you like that every time you try to jump up. Like that. So if I know you're going to jump up, I can punish you really, really heavily. So try to mix up everything you do. Whether it's running at me, whether it's jumping, what moves you're doing, your block strings. Like if you see me blocking all your moves, you might want to stop a little bit early or sometimes stop a little bit later just to trick me up. Maybe slow down when you press buttons. And always mixing in that grab is good stuff. Awesome. Alright. Alright. Ooh. Bad reversal option. You might have actually, because of how tall Eliza is, from that height you actually could have gotten the EKG flatliner. That was a cross-up. Good stuff, getting in. Saw that, I don't know if you actually saw that, but I was actually doing a heavy to try and punish you. If you did that on reaction, that is good. You want to be able to do those on reaction. You want to be able to see that, like, oh, I'm starting up a heavy attack. I can easily punish that. Good stuff. Good stuff. Alright. So, when I was playing against you, I noticed that it was very easy to get through your defenses. You seem to be pushing a lot of buttons. That's normally okay. This is a very aggressive game. Oh, this is there's an overlay. I am so sorry about that. What a fantastic start to the stream. Let's fix that real quick. Do you guys see the game now? Yes, you guys do. Alright. So this time we're going to be playing against Nam. Nam will be playing a little bit more aggressively. So Beverly, this time around, the first round, you definitely, I wanted to see how well you can get through my defenses. This time, I want to see how well you can defend. Yeah, Missing No, I wanted to sign up for Peanut's tourney also. I actually turned it down just because, you know, Get Great needs me. Alright, good catch. Alright. So, know your matchups. This is actually one of the best things you can easily learn in Skullgirls. Parasol, since there's so few characters, you can quickly recognize characters that have really quick overheads, and Parasol is one of them. You want to be aware of your opponent's options at all times, whether you're blocking or on the offensive. Alright, you got caught by the low. That's alright. So you're pushing a lot of buttons. Be aware of your spacing a lot. So when you threw out your heavy kick, like, there was no chance that was actually going to hit Parasol, but you threw it out hoping that Nam would run into that. That's not a very safe thing to do. Oh, good stuff. You saw the overhead coming. You were blocking standing. Well done. Alright, you got stuck in the corner and got reset there a little bit, I believe. So there's plenty of tools in the game to escape corner pressure, but before you can actually really use any of those tools, you actually have to be ready to block. So, in Skullgirls, there's going to be a lot of mix-ups incoming. You can go ahead and play the third game against Nam. So I want to see that again. So, Nam is trying to get you in the corner. I've noticed that over and over again. And in the corner, you have to patiently block. You can't just press buttons. Because if you're pressing buttons, people have setups to make sure that they're catching you as soon as you try to press something like that. Hey there, Moonlight Rhythm. Welcome to the show.
I'll cut you down to size.
Gentlemen and ladies, it's
Alright, now I'm showing off his Squiggly this time around. Good block string. Just want to be careful. If you end on a bypass with your block string, then you're right in their face and they can completely reversal. You have plenty of recovery on that bypass, so it's a very risky move. It can pay off if your opponent's not expecting it, but it's not something you want to do at the start of a match. You want to basically show your opponent that you're never going to use bypass, and then trick them, and then suddenly throw in a bypass at the end of a block string, because then they'll stop blocking. Now I'm showing off a Squiggly B and B. Nam knows his full combos. Ooh, that was a burst bait. Be careful about that, Hillbilly. Pressing buttons while you're being attacked is actually not a very smart thing to do. Goes for the command grab. You are mashing out a super once more. You'll see a lot of people do this online, and a lot of the times it does work, but it is definitely a bad habit. You do not want to be mashing out a super when you're under pressure. It's very understandable to panic while you're being attacked. You just want to press anything and hope they make a mistake so that you can get a hit on them. But a lot of people who have practiced their combos over and over again will see right through that and actually want you to be pressing buttons and panicking, and all it'll do is get you killed. So that's 3 matches. Good stuff. Beverly, you have to work on watching when you're pressing buttons. It's okay, it happens to the best of us. A lot of the players always start off and press buttons. I, for one, I know that I mash out supers all the time whenever I'm under pressure out of panic, because I know I'm going to die anyway. But at the same time, it is very, very important to control yourself and keep your nerves calm. So, let's get someone else next in. Oh yeah, he jumps a lot. I commented on that in the first match. Yeah, I'm trash. I'll be the first to admit it. Man, I didn't play all week today until, like, yesterday, and everything just felt so wrong. Well, not the worst Big Ban. Big Ban you always smash. That's all you do. I strive to be, what N once was. Always mash out the Horn Crush. Alright, guys. Well, that's our only beginner match of the day. We have a couple more matches coming right on up. So I'm going to put on chat overlay, quickly go for a small break, just probably about a minute. We'll be right on back and continue the stream. So we'll be right on back. And we are back. Glad to see the chat is as lively as it is. Good question, then, is how many people are going to Combo Breaker? I really, really want to go, but unfortunately there might be something scheduled around the exact same time. One of my family members is actually getting married. It'd be kind of a shame to miss out on that, but we'll see if I actually get invited to the whole thing. Demens. Alright, let's start getting the next few players up in this. So, let's get rid of you. Oop, let's not get rid of me. Get rid of you. I'm not ready at all. So who is in our Steam group chat? Mega Missing Note, it would be wonderful to meet you at Combo Breaker. I hope next year Combo Breaker is still going on for Skullgirls. I mean, Skullgirls is not going away anytime soon, but being a main stage game for 3 years in a row, that's pretty impressive. The overlay is still up. We are still waiting for our players to get on in. I believe next up we have a newcomer. Yeah, we have a newcomer, Dweebo himself, going up against a classic player, Vamp. A consistent showy to this tournament is wonderful. Everyone, I would like to remind everyone that if you did not get to sign up this week and still want to play matches before McPeanuts starts launching his tournament and streaming it live, we will be having an open lobby if you want to just play games and relax with us. I'll be around for probably till the end of the hour. We'll see how that goes. Moving right on along, we have Vamp versus Dweebo. Let's see what Dweebo can do. Get you right on into this game. Ah yes, Dweebo the Dorito. Fantastic. Now as soon as both our players ready up, we'll see what we can do. Vamp, I had a lot of comments to make last time you played. You weren't very confident on a lot of your hit confirms and would not follow up and actually complete your combos. You might want to, I thought you should probably polish up on your chains and practice that out. Maybe grind it out in training room for a few times. See if you can do it 10 times in a row. But other than that, you seem to have a very good game sense. You were jumping around at the right time, but you weren't jumping too much. You weren't being super predictable either. And you had a couple of resets in your pocket. I want to see what you can pull out this time around. I hope you've been practicing. Oh, right. Overlay. Can't forget twice. Death Clock, bring it. I lift a whole 50 pounds. Too much for you to handle. Ooh, Dweebo throwing out a really really mean big band. Going for simple hit confirms, but few too many brasses. Vamp brightens up a bit, blocks, and punishes smartly. Good stuff. Vamp gets caught jumping. This is actually really common for big band matchups. Big band, you want to be jumping a lot against in a mirror matchup simply because they do tend to do the giant step, which does cover all the ground. And since both players can do it, you never know when when it's safe to be on the ground and when it's not. It's definitely not okay to run. Big band's run is not fast enough. Ooh, just barely whiffs on the Cilia slide. Oh, nice reset with the air grab. You're really cashing out on that hit confirm. Good stuff, but you did drop there. That's okay. Ooh, nice. I haven't seen that one before. Good catch. Breaks right through that armor. You know that Dweebo is doing a lot of brass. Jumping medium kick, I believe it is, 4-double is a very good option for tearing through armor. And with that hit confirm, oh, you should have been able to kill. I don't know if you need to practice Cerebella combos. I believe you probably know a Cerebella B&B, but just be ready to cash out on those kind of hit confirms. Overall, solid gameplay. I think Dweebo, you should probably use fewer brass moves. You were definitely doing really heavily punishable things. You were cashing out on a lot of hit confirms, though, so that is good. The way I see it is if there is a hit confirm, you want to cash out on it, do a full combo, or get in a reset. You don't want them to either get I'm blanking out on the term, whenever the sweep thing, the state where you're hard grounded, hard knockdown. There we go. I played this game. I totally know what I'm talking about.
Everyone good to go?
All right, started out a combo. Did not complete it, but that's okay. Oh, nice. You didn't let the brass finish as soon as the 2 ticks of armor went through. Good stuff. That was actually smart. Because if you transition into the Horn Crush early, what ends up happening is that you get 2 new hits of armor, as Horn Crush has its own armor. Even though you didn't lost the damage on the brass, it is worth it. Ooh, you hit both. Cashing out, doing damage to both things. That's probably the danger of calling out assists that often. Also, against a solo big band, big damage is incoming. Gets in with the jumping light. Ooh, drops the combo. Probably went for a restand grab reset. There are better setups for that. Maybe work on the timing on that one. Dweebo playing a lot more confidently. Maybe had his morning dose of Doritos right between matches. Yeah, that's why it points out that grab reset. I keep remembering that. That was actually really, really cool. I love that it went into the monster super. It was really neat. It's a really cool setup. So see, Vamp has like all these advanced setups like down. Like he's practiced all these like neat, interesting combos. I kind of want to see him pull them off. I want to see him cash out on them. He definitely can. A solo big band mirror. Whoa, I did not see this coming. Let's see how our friends play tonight. Ooh, gets the grab. That's right. Right at the beginning of the match, Big Band is big enough to be caught by another Big Band's grab. Oh, goes for the hard kick. Hard kick is a very, very meaty move, but because it guarantees that the user will be hard knocked down, it is... Well, actually, I believe it's a light knockdown. You can tech from the knockdown. Nonetheless, it is very risky to do it, but it is a very meaty move. Ooh, tries to punch with the brass. Remember what I was saying about Dweebo earlier? Vamp, you don't want to fall into the same habits. Ooh, that was very risky since the triangle actually hits very, very fast, but I'm glad it didn't actually tear through the armor and stop the super. Mashing out supers is a reversal option, but remember, it is not something you actually want to get into a habit of doing. Like that, wake up super is not a good thing. Unfortunately, Giant Step, it does count as a projectile, and that means the armor does go right through it. Isn't that interesting? The Giant Step actually counts as a projectile. It means you can reflect it with Cerebella's Diamond Deflector. Ooh, does not choose to actually continue the combo. From there, you actually could have hard kicked and then used your OTG with your medium punch and actually continued your combo. Ooh, gets caught jumping. That's right, Vamp, you were jumping a little bit too much, and I think Dweebo caught on. Finishes it off with the brass damage. Whoa, playing a song. Come on, guys, this is a friendly environment. That's about as bad as a taunt, if not worse. Yeah, Alcoholic Robot is completely right. You want to be really, really safe with your assists against Big Band. Big Band just cashes out so much damage, and especially if you keep on calling it, Big Band knows exactly when to get the hit confirm. Alrighty then, that was a fantastic match. Good 3 games. Dorito, your Big Band is actually really, really solid, but you are using brass a little bit too much, especially as like a poking move. You want to be a lot more careful with that. Big Band does have approaches, but they aren't particularly the best. He's also very, very big. That is one of the difficulties is playing Big Band. If you're going to play solo Big Band, though, you're not going to be able to get too much reward off of just hit confirming with brasses all the time. And at the same time, you're leaving yourself really, really vulnerable if your opponent catches on. So be careful about that. You were really good at reading your opponent and catching the jumps and stuff. Vamp, I think you need to work on being a bit more confident in your play still a little bit more. I know you can do fancy things. I've seen it. I want you to see you cash out on these plays a lot more. And our next matchup is Sunset Radiance versus Madman 4. Oh man, I'm actually excited about this match. Both these players are actually really, really talented. I had the honor of fighting both these players at some point. Madman 4 I fought at the Skull Bats on Sundays. He was definitely a fantastic player. I believe he played Beowulf. I hope I'm not remembering that incorrectly. Let's see how that goes. I'm just gonna quickly do a few things. Let's get this overlay going. Let's see what everyone's talking about. There is Village Bear. I'm glad you joined us here today. You can, so there are actually schedules, you can find them on our Steam group. So just go, if you go to our Steam group and go to announcements, we actually post the matchups every Sunday night. There is also a subreddit and also a Skullheart thread. Actually, let me link the Skullheart thread because that is actually honestly the most reliable way to get updates, although we do update everywhere. Skullheart thread. Yeah. Let's get into this Twitch chat. So here we will, every Monday, we will post signups, or usually like Sunday night, we post signups for, so you can join and register. You can register for either the beginner or intermediate bracket. We give vague guidelines if you don't know where to belong. If you really still don't know, just go ahead and register for the beginner bracket. We'll tell you to join intermediate next week. So let's see if both our players are in yet. And Friday night, the day right before our actual matchup, we do post our matchups and we try to give players a very, very even setup so they can play at the best of their ability and we can give advice as much as possible. This week we had actually a pretty low turnout, and because of that, some of the matches might not be as fair as possible, but I still want to be able to give advice to most players. These kind of things happen, especially because this week is jam-packed with all sorts of crazy events with Skullgirls. You're a Squig player. I definitely already love you. I love Squiggly a lot. Squiggly has so much interesting tech to her, and so many incredible reset plays you can do with her. Madman, let's get you into this game. Sunset Radiance is ready to go. Hyped about this matchup. Also a regular. We see her every week. I just assumed it was her because I just looked at the picture. I don't actually know. I am the man on commentary is I, the Crank Machine. Still waiting on Madman. I know you're in the group chat, so I know you're here. Hopefully you can join as soon as you can. Maybe you're in the middle of a match. We'll give him a few more minutes. It's good to see you, Alcoholic Robot. You used to sign up for these. What happened? You haven't been around for the last couple of weeks. Hey, Robot, are you actually playing in McPeanuts' stream? I don't actually know if you're playing or not. I didn't see if you registered.
Finally, the wolf has come back to New Meridian.
Gentlemen and ladies, it's...
Alright, we do have the Beowulf from Madman, I did remember correctly, and Sunset playing a Misfortune Squiggly Fuqua setup. Now, Sunset Radiance's Misfortune is something to be feared, so I want to see what she can do with Misfortune this time around. But Beowulf and Madman is very, very good at cashing out on the armor moves. Let's see how these players go about this play. I know I don't actually know much about this matchup. I don't actually know much about Misfortune versus Beowulf. Not something you actually see very often. There's not that many of either of these characters on ladder. Alright, so Fuqua comes out, decides to zone. Even with the Wolf Blitzer, Beowulf does sometimes have a lot of trouble getting in, so Sunset Radiance came out with a plan to try and zone out people. Oh, there's overlay. Uh-oh. Making mistakes today. That's not like me at all. Alright.
What you gonna do? Dog star press.
We're gonna get you.
No.
You know, all things considered, I would totally listen to radio commentary of Skullgirls.
Dog star press.
Ooh. Goes for the quick instant overhead. I don't actually know if that technically counts as a true instant overhead, but it is a very, very fast move for Beowulf to instantly jump and do a light punch or a light kick even. Sunset Radiance stuck with only a squiggly. Madman has done a lot of damage to the assists. Unfortunately, you guys could not witness that, but you will be able to witness that in the next 2 games. I apologize for the overlay mistakes. They will not happen next week. And the DHC should be able to take it. It was a fantastic play from Madman. He's doing a really good job zoning with his armor moves and then trying to get in with the Wolf Blitzer. Unfortunately, Sunset, I think you should have tried to keep Fuqua a bit more protected, I believe. Maybe that's not the right word, but frankly, Fuqua is a really, really good tool to zoning out Beowulf, since Beowulf will have trouble getting in without the Gigan arm. So be careful about that. These names are familiar probably because they play a lot. These players are fantastic and have hundreds of hours in this game. Glad to be able to have them here on stream. Madman opening up with the jumping heavy punch, a very powerful move that covers a lot of space. Alright, Misfortune, you saw him use the armor move and you did try to punish it. You blocked it, you waited a little bit too long, I think. I believe the block stun is not long enough for it to be safe. There we go. Now we have the corner pressure from Sunset Radiance. Ooh. I believe that was a drop. I do not think that was a reset. Throws the chair. That's actually very risky because remember, Beowulf does take chip damage if he does not have the chair, from normals even. The chair does help your defenses a lot. Sunset is being smart, making sure Beowulf does not pick up his chair, pushing him away right back into the corner where Misfortune thrives with all sorts of pressure. That's right, as Misfortune, you usually want to keep players in the corner because you have so much power. We also have the head on screen now. Ooh, unfortunately the head actually accidentally goes the wrong way. You want to keep the head in the corner so you can continue pressure very easily. That's alright, Sunset Radiance might have a setup since he did DHC out. He or she gets grabbed. And the gigantic arm does carry to the corner. Unfortunately, Beowulf did not have a setup to make sure that Fuqua stayed in the corner. Now we have Fuqua pushing. I do not think that was a burst-based setup. That was actually just you doing an infinite. Be careful about that. It is 2016. We should not be having accidental infinites. At the highest level of play, especially. Ooh, gets the ram. That's bonus points. That's a kill that counts. As McPeanuts once said, it is not a true victory unless you got points. If you didn't get points, is it really a victory at all? You're calling out your assist a little bit too fast, Madman. I noticed that you were trying to call him out when the chair was not done loading. You'll notice that the chair actually blinks after being faded out to let you know that it's about to come off of cooldown, and you cannot use your assist again until it is done. Madman taking the game very confidently. Good stuff. Both these players are playing phenomenally. I'm having more fun commentating than I am actually trying to give advice. This is actually really difficult to do. His champion belt getting hurt hurts his ego. That's fantastic. Sunset, I think you should just be a little bit more careful. Madman definitely has a really, really good game sense. I believe if you start putting the pressure on him, especially because you are 3 characters, that's what you thrive off of. You thrive off of mix-up and resets. Oh, but you actually opt to go 2 characters this time around. All right. Ooh, getting caught by the sweeping lows. That's what I remember from Skullbats as well. Madman definitely thrives off of using the sweeps and the Geigen armor moves. They're very difficult to punish, and they cover a lot of space. Nice! Good job getting right over his head. Baiting out the Geigen arm. Using the head to actually interrupt it. Good stuff. Ooh, just barely misses on the kick in the air. Ooh, maybe Madman, if you actually wanted to use that to escape and DHC out safely, what you probably should have done is try to DHC a lot faster. Maybe even mash it out, simply so Cerebella would appear much more quickly. Good conversion. Good stuff. Went for the ram. As everyone knows, Mike Z loves conchos. I actually recommend Madman start using conchos a bit more. Getting a good cross... I guess it wouldn't be a crossover or a cross under. Just a slide. Ooh, goes for a slightly delayed instant overhead. Or not slightly delayed. I believe you jumped a little bit too high for the instant overhead to actually count as an instant overhead. Oh, good interruption to your own jumping heavy punch. I wonder if that actually affects spacing. If you use jumping heavy punch into Blitzer, it might actually pop you forward a little bit. Kind of like how Squiggly's medium kick into his swing will actually push you forward. Going for the contra reads, that is right. Sunset is trying to zone out, but because you whiffed your diamond deflector, that means that Fuqua is now aware, and that's why Fuqua actually stopped using projectiles. So Madman, if you're gonna use diamond deflector, you want it to be a surprise, because you want to try to make sure your opponent does not remember that you can indeed do that. Good stuff. This is a very even match. That was a fantastic set. Sunset Radiance ending it on that. That is good stuff. So, very quickly, let's get the overlay on one more time. Thank you everyone for showing up. Looks like Sunset and... I believe that was 3 matches, am I correct? Chat, am I dumb? That was 3 matches, right? Mashing does hurt. Oh, he's going for an unblockable setup? Are there actually true unblockables? I heard there's one. Squiggly's jumping medium punch is a 0-frame cross-up, so it counts as a unblockable. But other than that, I believe automatic unblockable protection kicks in, so you can't actually have a true unblockable. 1+1+ exclamation mark. All right. So special thanks to Nam for yelling at me about the overlay. That won't happen again next week. We did have a really short stream this time around, but now it is time for a very fun moment. Open lobby. So let's quickly create something, make it big. I'll commentate on your guys' matches. See what advice I can give, but mostly just have fun. So remember everyone, this is actually a private lobby. You have to join the chat for our group. Just 1 second, I'll link the Steam group into our thing. Here it is. This is our Steam group. People, go there, join the chat, right-click the crank machine, and click join game. This is absolutely fun, Deathclock. Believe it or not. I, for one, love getting my butt kicked. I will play you probably near the end of the stream. The stream will probably be going on until 4 p.m. After that, I recommend everyone check out McPeanut's stream. He's doing a fantastic fundraising stream, playing Skullgirls for hours. Just one moment.
I have a cheeseburger? Roll camera and fight!
To me.
There's actually a lot of unblockable. Oh, there's not really unblockables. Yeah, okay. Computer can always block, but you can have... Well, actually, computer cannot block the 0-frame cross-up from Squiggly's jumping medium punch, unless they recently fixed that. Oh, I live in Central Time, actually, so I'll actually be playing until 5 in ET time. My bad. I should have made that a bit more clear. We got Nom versus Speedy Sonic. I've already missed the first half of the match. Speedy Sonic is being pressured in the corner, but that's alright. See if you can get out. Oh, okay. You tried to reversal with a light. That was okay. Nom did leave lighten up on the pressure. That is not something Nom should be doing. Very, very precise napalm timing can actually force Squiggly to not be able to do actually anything. But if Squiggly does a light kick while you're grounded, do crouching light kick, and the napalm will actually go right over your head. Using the descending diva to make sure that Squiggly gets hit from above, and unfortunately that does end the match. Maybe I'll get in on some of the action. Let's see how this goes. I will be spectating. That's alright. There's overlay again? Jeez, I am bad at this. I should literally set something else to be the overlay at all times. Ha, nice. Good stuff, Robot.
This may sting a bit. Nobody blink. Showtime!
Alright, we got Mega Missing No versus Speedy Sonic. I've played a lot of matches against Mega Missing No. I want to see how much he's improved. It's been a while. If I remember correctly, Mega Missing No has some really, really solid combos, as he's demonstrated right now. Off for the hard knockdown, does not go for a reset. That used to be Mega Missing No's biggest issue. He never had a reset. I always kind of saw what was coming. But on a hit confirm, Mega Missing No is deadly. Ooh, you might want to focus on that timing a little bit, Speedy Sonic. Or maybe being aware of what's a better link from certain moves. After the Graving Digger, you don't want to try to convert with Heavy Punch. Probably want to use Crouching Heavy Punch instead. Unless you're confident you can catch. You can also do a crossover with a Medium Punch Stancel. Mega Missing No, making sure Squiggly is not going to escape that corner. Good stuff. I should probably make sure I'm not... Alright, cool. No overlay issue this time. Mega is really good. He plays very, very robust and very, very practiced. He does not drop things, in my experience. Look at him go. We're gonna see the meter use? No, okay. Decides to... Ooh, almost gets caught out by the level 3. Remember, raw supers are very dangerous, especially a level 3. I mean, Misfortune's level 3 can be interesting. You can use it to cross over people in very specific situations. But in general, you should not be willing to just burn out meter like that. Alright, this time I did successfully set ready. No lobby glitches this time around. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I'm paranoid that I am accidentally going to leave the overlay on. Gotta make sure that does not happen. Alright, Missing No, it's been weeks. I want to see how I hold up. Some mind-blowing polished play. Let's see it. You too, I believe, are playing in McPeanut's tournament. I'm glad you could make it. To the open lobby, at least, until Peanut's tournament starts. Nice of you to tune in.
Gentlemen and ladies, it's showtime!
Oh, nice. Ah, that was weird. Alright. Jeez. Nice catch with the low. Good stuff. Nice. Keep assuming you're gonna jump and then do a heavy punch and then try to do another heavy punch. Okay. I don't know why the first one missed. Alright. That was kind of mean. I should not have gone to the reset to kill. It's a bad habit of mine. I apologize. Oh, well. That was sad. Come on, run. Alright, there we go. Yeah. Unfortunately, the brass does a lot of damage, so the chip was able to take that game. That was some really good play. You were actually hitting me low a lot more often than I thought you would. Played some tricks with my mind. No, he does not have a tournament every week. So what he's trying to do is he's trying to send, quote, the world to Combo Breaker, where he's trying to find players, the best players all around the world, like 159 Man and Zenith, and try to fund their trips so they can actually attend Combo Breaker, which is the biggest Skullgirls event every year. So this time around, so this is the third and final event where he's trying to raise money for this whole thing. And this time around it was a tournament. Before it wasn't necessarily a tournament, it was a kumite. You can look up what that is. There's actually VODs for that. It was fantastic. Very entertaining the full way through. I actually recommend you guys see if you can find the VOD for the kumite and watch the whole thing. Alright, let's see what I can do. Whip on some Zontan. Zontan!
Haven't you arrived promptly?
Something big is about to happen. Let's rock.
Ooh, nice catch. Perfect spacing. Have some smash tier stuff.
Don't strain yourself.
Oops. I'm good. What's wrong with me? I'm dropping everything. Nice catch. Beverly, I recommend actually if you want to work on your just combo crafting, I recommend you consider throwing out some of the moves that you're using. Like you're letting, for example, like light punch and light kick, the moves that like the bone saw and stuff, you're letting them hit for the full damage. You don't want all hits to actually hit because it scales your damage by a lot. You could be doing a lot more damage if you only let the first hit of those moves actually connect. Nice. I wonder if I could reversal EKG flatliner. That was just me being dumb. stuff.
Dragging monster. Oh, yes, you are.
But yeah, I would definitely, since you seem to be dedicated to this game, I definitely recommend looking into optimizing it just a little bit, which means using your multi-hitting moves as late as possible in your combos, and trying to leave the beginning of your combo to be hard-hitting single-hit moves. There is a fantastic source on this. Unfortunately, I do not have it on hand. I'll try to have it ready for next week. So what makes Squiggly hard is stance cancels. Yes, the stance. So what's interesting about Squiggly is that she has some of the most powerful resets in the game, but at the same time they require. So normally when you do a special move, so Bushiru, so when you normally do a special move, it's like quarter circle forward and then a button, right? So Squiggly, when you do quarter circle forward and then hold the button instead, you go into a stance where you can charge up basically one of the two stances that Squiggly has. And when you charge it up, it improves the frame data of her moves, and it also improves, or of her specials, and also improves the damage it does. It also gives all her specials a neat little perk. But what's very, very interesting is that you don't actually have to finish the move. You after you start charging your special, you can actually just store the charge. And what that lets you do is it actually lets you improve the recovery time on your heavy moves and stuff. And because of that, you can cancel into all sorts of moves. And that's how you optimize on Squiggly, and it's extremely difficult to do. I, for probably about 50 hours now, have been practicing the hard punch, stancel into crouching medium kick, and I still can't do it consistently. I can do it 1 out of 4 times. The links are like 4 frames or 5 frames. I can't remember the exact number.
Wriggling up there.
Man, you keep sneaking in with that low. God, I keep trying to counter call that. I swear, normally counter calling is a good habit. That's me being bad. That's also me being bad. I don't know what that thought that would actually do. Oops. That was way too slow. Also, I apparently did not have Dragon Breath. Good blocking. Somehow, that was okay. Alrighty then. Thought for sure I could punch that aerial. I don't know why I could not follow up from that. Don't jump too much. Whoa there, Deathclock. Alright, later, McNom. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. Oh, man, where is the bracket? I don't have the challenge link on me at the time. I believe you're referring to the bracket for Peanuts tournament. Yeah, I believe you can find it on the Skullheart forums. What makes Robo hard? Nothing. She's got lasers. Kappa. What makes Robo hard is that she has... it's hard to put into words. Like, she doesn't have the most mix-up tools, but she doesn't really... Like, her best mix-up tool is, like, this visually deceiving, like, golf swing. Snacky snacks. Stancels are easy now that it's only pressing 2 buttons to stancel. It's only pressing 2 buttons if you hit confirm. Not even on block. So it's actually, you need to quarter forward 2 buttons every single time. Otherwise, you'll have inconsistent results. Does she not have any reversals? Yeah, I guess you're right. That's true. Missing no brings up a good point. Her main mechanic is that she can have 3 floating heads, and they can do all sorts of weird things. Being able to set up and use them to their optimal ability is, like, very difficult to do. So I would say Robo Fortune is actually pretty easy to pick up, but reversals are definitely a problem, and but actually optimizing with her is actually going to be very, very difficult because she has so much potential. Hillbilly showing off corner pressure against Speedy Sonic. Good stuff. Alright, Hillbilly, I know you jumped up to try and throw a shuriken, and try to return the game to normal game, but that's not something you actually want to do when you have your opponent in the corner, unless you're really, really sure they're going to throw out a DP or some sort of reversal. In general, if they are in the corner and you don't think they're going to reversal, you don't want to jump away and give them space to breathe, because even though you get breathing room, they also get breathing room. And trust me, they need the breathing room when they're being attacked a lot more than you do. Pressure and reset has its way of messing with people's minds, so you want to make sure people are blocking or being hit at all times. As Duck Gator said once before, and I hold this quote to my heart, if you find yourself blocking in this game, you've already done something wrong. That doesn't mean you shouldn't be blocking if you're about to get hit. It means that you should never be in a situation where you need to block. A reversal is a move that's at least somewhat invincible in startup. So it's not necessarily a super. It can be. Like, for example, the Daisy Pusher for Squiggly is a reversal. But it's not necessarily a reversal. It just basically means your character is somewhat invincible on startup, at least a little bit. And it lets you break out of pressure very, very easily. Marsh Creature, I love you. Thank you for that. I appreciate that greatly. So it can be. It's not a super response is a super responding to another super, but it's not necessarily a reversal. Basically, if you find yourself blocking or trapped in the corner and you can't get out because no matter what you're doing, they just keep on hitting you with their assists and so on and so forth. You need a move that'll help you escape. And things like Napalm Pillar or Beat Extend, they have somewhat invincible startup. Even technically Dragon Punch, but it's really, really, really bad. Like most DPs, actually, yes, exactly. In fact, in most games, DP and reversals are used interchangeably. Yeah, that's true. Madman brings up a good point. The 1 armor Buzzsaw Standing Heavy Punch is a really bad reversal, but it works. I mean, it catches more people than you'd think it would. So this will actually be probably the final match of the day. So right after this, I'll spectate one more. Maybe I'll play one. Let's see what happens. Yeah, I'll play a match. Hello. Welcome to the stream. It's unfortunate that you actually joined us, Gloomchen, right as the stream is coming to an end. Yeah. We are ending early today. We actually had a very, very small lineup. Hopefully, more people sign up for next week. Everyone seemed to be busy this time around. That's all right. All right. Zap 2 Strike. I actually don't know who you are. This should be fun. A Beowulf player. This is good. I need lots of practice against Beowulf. I have no idea what to do in this matchup. Nice catch. Ooh. Uh-oh. You got me. Oh, no. And now you don't? Now I'm just gone. I have no idea what to do against Beowulf. Stick to the basics, I guess. God, that's a sweep. Jeez. That's gonna get me every time, isn't it? Nice. Well caught.
The line for autographs.
What a note to end on. My loss. Perfect.
One wins.
Man, I do want to play more matches against you. Are you playing in Skullbats tomorrow? I would like, hopefully, to be able to play against you, because when you beat me last time, it's just, your Bayo seems to be really, really polished. Like, you always seem to know when to do that armor sweep. It's very good at getting on my nerves, not gonna lie. Either way, that is the end of the stream. I'm sorry for those of you who joined a little bit late. That's okay. So please sign up for next week. I will be posting to the Skullheart thread. Hold on, let me actually link everything here. Here are all of the links. They are the things. Also, the overlay also has them, I believe. Yeah, there we go. That's a nice overlay. So, we have a Reddit where we post to every Monday and a day before we start the stream. We have a Skullheart thread, and that is one of the best things you can follow. Even the Steam community is also a fantastic way to keep up with everything we post. Sign-ups at the end of a Sunday, usually around 2 a.m. Central, and we will post the matchups on Friday night, also around 2 a.m. I do not tweet this. I should actually probably start doing that, but I'm not much of an active Twitter user. If there seems to be a decent following of people that would actually love to participate, if that is the case, then I will actually start using Twitter a lot more often and start posting links there. That would be that's a fantastic idea. Thank you for that. So please look out for this. Follow the Skullheart thread. Just keep it open in tab if you don't want to follow it, and you will get a notification when we release signups. If you don't follow the Skullheart thread, that is okay. Just please sign up next Monday. This stream is fantastic. Everyone seems to have a good time. We're all here to have a good time, and I do my best to give whatever advice I can. Overall, we had a fantastic not a fantastic turnout, but a fantastic participation. We had great people playing in our open lobby. We had a lot of fun with our matchups, even though we only had few, and they weren't that far in between at least. Everyone, please tune in to McPeanuts' stream, which will probably be starting soon. He's hosting a fantastic tournament with wonderful players for a very, very great reason. So, yeah, anytime. I'm going to be streaming every week. See you guys around. Hope you guys enjoyed.